Hey guys, it's Mr. Grayson. Hey, just got back from the beach and I thought I'd send you guys a video. Yes, I got sunscreen on my nose because that's what white people do so they don't get sunburned. And while you're done laughing at me, stop laughing. Oh really, stop laughing. It's not that funny. White people get sunburned on the nose. It happens. You have to have sunscreen. But it is good to see you guys. I was just thinking I should send you guys another video. Remember how I told you yesterday that I was going to run a race? I ran the race, and guess what? I won because Mr. G is the fastest guy in the world. Dab. The day that Dab died. Okay, I'm going to get this off my nose because I don't need it really. Inside. Nasty. All right, good to see you guys. You got some bell work right here. Take about 4 minutes. Go ahead and bottoms up that quadratic. Go ahead and pause the video. When you're done, turn it back on. Okay, welcome back. Let's go ahead and go through and see if you got your answer right. Boom. All right, remember, with bottoms up, you're trying to factor out a GCF. There is not a GCF in 3, 5, or 2. Okay, so what we do is we multiply the first number times the last number. Okay, that gives us an n squared plus 5n plus 6. We replace the last number with the product of the first two. Now, what we do is we x factor 6 and 5. That's a positive 3 and a positive 2. So we put n plus 2, n plus 3. Now, we drop that 3, so we got to bring it back in. Put the 3 on the bottom of each of your fractions. Now we have to reduce the fractions, and this is the confusing part, so pay attention. 2 over 3 does not reduce, so we take the bottom number and bring it to the front. 3 over 3 reduces to a 1, so we just keep it in the back. We don't need to bring a 1 to the front. So we have n plus 1, 3 came to the front, 3n plus 2. All right, so we learned that yesterday. Today is not going to be very much different. All we're going to do is add one little thing to it. You ready? All right, on your paper or your packet, you should be following along under example, actually it's problem 10, example 1, whatever you want to think about. All right, so problem 10, example 1. When I look at this quadratic, what I see is I see an 8, a 2, and a 10. The very first thing you got to do is look for a greatest common factor. What number divides into 8, 2, and 10? Well, that number is 2. So what we're going to do differently today is we're going to pull out a GCF, and then we're going to bottoms up. That's the only thing that is different today, so don't freak out. All right, so let's pull out a 2. Ready? Pulling out a 2. So, 2. Took it out. So let's see what happens when we take a 2 out. Well, that becomes a 4x squared minus 1x minus 5. All I did is I took a 2 out by division, so you divide everything by 2. All right? Now, what we do is we bottoms up. Nothing changes from yesterday. We do the same steps, so follow along with me. We take the first number and we multiply it times the back number. Okay? We rewrite what we have, x squared minus 1x minus 20. And remember, we drop the first number, okay? We drop the first number, and we replace the back number with the product of 4 and negative 5, which is negative 20. All right, everybody with me? Good. Now what we do is we x factor. Let's do that. What two numbers multiply to negative 20 and add to negative 1? Multiply to negative 20, that's hard to see, sorry, and add to negative 1. Well, the two numbers are negative 5 and positive 4. Negative 5 and positive 4. So what we do is we make our factors. We go x minus 5 and x plus 4. Now, you remember this GCF that we took out? I'm just going to take this and I'm just going to bring it down and put it right there. Because that's a factor that you took out of the quadratic, so you have to keep it. So this is one of our factors, so I'm just going to bring it on down. All right, now, what number did we drop from the very beginning when we multiplied 4 times 5? Well, we dropped the 4. Okay, remember from here to here, we dropped the 4. So what we're going to do is we're going to bring that 4 back. Bring it back. Okay, and divide both of our factors by 4. Now this is the hard part, so pay attention. Here we go. 5 over 4. Does 5 over 4 reduce as a fraction? It does not. So what we do is we take the bottoms up. So this is what we have left. We have 2x. Oh, I did that wrong. I apologize. Marbles in your jar. We get some marbles. Marbles, 4 days. Funny. Take the 4, put it in the front, and minus 5. 4x minus 5. Okay, and then 4 over 4, that fraction reduces. 4 divided by 4 is a 1. So our final answer is x plus 1. And remember this 2 right here that we took out, we're just going to keep bringing it down. So our factors are 2, 4x minus 5, x plus 1. And that is how you bottoms up while taking out a GCF. Again, we got to practice this some more, so let's do another example. Follow along with me. We're going to the second problem. Gosh, it's so bright in here. I think I need to put my sunglasses on. New Mexico would be so bright. Okay. For this one, I'm going to use the sunglasses. All right. So, what number divides into 6, 9, and 27? Think about it. What number divides into 6, 9, and 27? Well, if in your brain you said 3, you were correct. So what we're going to do is we're going to factor out a 3. So when we factor out a 3 out of 6, that is a 2a squared. When we factor a 3 out of 9, that is a 3a. And when we factor a 3 out of negative 27, that is a negative 9. So we took out a GCF. 3 is our GCF. That's the only thing that's different today. Now what we do is we bottoms up, which we learned about yesterday. So let's do bottoms up. 2 times negative 9. 2 times negative 9 is negative 18. So what we do is we drop the 2. A squared plus 3a. And then we replace the back number with the product, so that's negative 18. All right? And, yep. Now we x factor it. So, x factor it. What two numbers multiply to negative 18 and add to positive 3? 18 and positive 3. Well, let's think about that. You know what? 6 times 3, I think, is going to help us. So let's do positive 6 and negative 3. Okay? Set up your factors. So we have a plus 6, a minus 3. And then bring down this 3. Remember how we GCF that out of there? It sounds like a bad thing. I GCF that. Sounds like I farted or something. Sorry, that's not appropriate. We're not going to go there. Okay, bring down the 3. Okay, bring down the 3. And what number did we drop from here to here? Well, we dropped to 2. So we got to bring that 2 back. So 2 and 2. So we divide everything by 2. Now we have to reduce our fractions, and this is where it gets confusing, so pay attention. So, what is 6 divided by 2? 6 divided by 2 is 3. So our new factor is a plus 3. Boom. 3 over 2. Now, 3 over 2, does that reduce? 3 over 2 does not reduce, so we're not going to reduce that fraction. What we're going to do is we're going to bottom number up. So, that is 2a minus 3. Our two factors, bring down this 3 because the 3 is still a factor. It's our GCF. All right, that's how you do it. I believe I have one more example for you. So let's go ahead and do that together. We're going to do this pretty quick. I'm going to take the sunglasses off this time so I can see better. Okay. Whoa. What number divides into 60, 4, and negative 8? 60, 4, and negative 8. Well, does 4 divide into 60? I actually have no idea. Let me see if I can find a calculator on the beach. I found a calculator on the beach. That's pretty cool. 60 divided by 4. Hey, it does. Hey, there we go. I should have known that. All right, so what we're going to do is we're going to take out a 4. Took out a 4. 60 divided by 4. Okay, 60 divided by 4 is 15. So that's 15x squared plus 1x minus 8 divided by 4 is 2. All right, GCF to 4 out. Now what we do is we multiply the first number times the last number. So boom, boom, times. Okay, and we drop the 15. It becomes an x squared plus 1x minus 30. Okay? So, x factor this. What two numbers multiply to negative 30 and add to 1? Well, that is positive 6 and negative 5. Positive 6 and negative 5. And our factors are going to be x plus 6, x minus 5. And I'm going to bring down this 4 that we took out at the beginning to make sure we still have that. All right. Now, what number did we drop from this step to this step? We'll drop the 15, so we got to bring it back in. So let's do that. Divide by 15 and divide by 15. Okay, let's deal with our fractions. All right, this is the hard part. Deal with the fractions. The fraction 6 over 15. What can we reduce 6 over 15 to? Well, let's think about it. What number divides into both 6 and 15? Well, the number 3 does. So let's reduce the top and the bottom by 3. 6 divided by 3 is 2. You may not be able to see that. 15 divided by 3 is 5. So you have 2 over 5. So what we're going to do is we're going to bottoms up now. We're going to take the 5 from the bottom up. So our new factor is 5x plus 2. Okay? Second fraction. Let's do it. 5 over 15. What number divides into 5 and 15? Well, that number is 5. So reduce 5 by 5, and that gives you a 1. Reduce 15 by 5, and that gives you a 3. So you have 1 over 3. Take the bottom number, bottoms up. Bottoms up. So that gives us a 3x minus 1. That one from the top is that one right there. Okay, bring down your 4, and you have factored that. Congratulations. I hope you are satisfied. All right, it is now time for you to do it all by yourself. Go ahead, pause the video, take about 4 minutes, and do this one. Factor out a GCF first, and then bottoms up. All right, pause the video. See you soon. All right, welcome back. Go ahead and follow along. Check your answer with mine. See where you made your mistake. If you didn't make your mistake, give yourself a pat on the back. Let's do this. What divides into 10, 32, and 24? Well, the number 2 does. So what we're going to do is we're going to take out a 2 from our quadratic. So that gives us a 5x squared minus 16x plus 12. Boom. All right. Now what we can do is we can go ahead and factor this. Okay, bottoms up. 5 times 12. That gives us a x squared minus 16x plus 60. Okay, so we're looking for two numbers that multiply to negative 60 or positive 60 and multiply to negative 16. Sorry, I said that wrong. Two numbers that multiply to 60 and add to negative 16. Well, let's think about it. What are those two numbers? Well, those two numbers are negative 10 and negative 6. Okay, set up your factors. X minus 10, X minus 6. All right? Hopefully you haven't made a mistake yet. All right. Whew. Where are we at? What number did we drop? Well, from this step to this step, we dropped a 5. That's a 4. A 5. So we have to bring a 5 back. Bring a 5 back. 10 divided by 5, 2. So that's x minus 2. 6 divided by 5, you cannot reduce that fraction, so we just bottoms up. Bring the 5 up. That is 5x minus 6. These are your two factors. Bring down the 2. And that is your final answer. Hopefully you got it right. All right, so we have done 4 example problems. Hopefully this is deep in your brain. The main key point you need to remember is factor out a GCF first, and then bottoms up. All right, you have, I believe, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 problems that you're going to do for the rest of the period. Okay, again, you can work quietly with the people surrounding you. If you get too loud or if you're not working, just go ahead and go to Miss Miller's room because you're distracting the class. All right, if you want to check your answer, raise your hand, and the sub has the answer key. Good luck. I got to go scuba dive and eat some fish and go lay by the beach and go play tennis. It's a tough life. I'm telling you, Mexico's tough. But have fun, and hopefully I can make another video for you tomorrow. See you guys.